Hey, how's it going there, YouTube? Leonard back here. Just wanting to wish you guys a happy new year. 2016 is now upon us, 2015 is now behind us, and a whole bunch of new things are about to come up, especially on this channel and everyday life. Just wanted to wish you guys a happy new year, and thank you so much for supporting my channel the past couple of months that I've had it. You know, at first I just wanted to make this channel for fun. I really enjoy this game, wanted to entertain a lot of people out there in the world who either don't get too much out of this or simply just want to, watch videos. They're interested. And it turns out it's gotten a little bigger over time. As of right now, I have 39 subscribers. That's amazing. I definitely like more, of course, but still, I can't always, beg for subs. So it's great to see that people are liking my channel and enjoying my videos. Right now in this video, of course, as you can read in the title, a few people have asked me, how am I sleeving my decks? Either they contacted me on Facebook, they know me, here in Jacksonville, and they asked me in the card shops, like, hey, Brandon, I play single sleeve decks, or they're at least double sleeved with their Bushiroad sleeves, but you always seem to have character sleeves, and where do you get these sleeves for character sleeves, and how do you sleeve them? Which way is best? Which way is comfortable for everybody? You know, what's kind of neutral? And in this video, I wanted to make this video for the New Year's, because just thought it's the appropriate time to show a lot of new things in my videos, and one of them will be how to protect your cards and the sleeves and what you'd use, and overall other videos coming up, especially one of the videos I really want to do. It's going to be between me and my whole team. We're going to show off what's our favorite card, what got us into the game of Vanguard, and what's our true passion for this game, because of course we all derived from the Yu-Gi-Oh community, and hearing about this game we thought, okay, let's see what this cheesy card game is all about, and we were hooked on it. We dropped Yu-Gi-Oh, especially with all the ban lists and whatnot, and we just wanted to try something new, and we absolutely love this game, and we're hooked on it now. And we just wanted to do that kind of video, also introduce ourselves. You never really see the people too much in the videos and matches that we do. It's just teammates, me and TJ and Aaron and whatnot. We're all fighting against each other, and you just thought you guys would like to meet them. And without further ado, let's get right into this. So, as you guys may know, this is my my Tetra Burst deck. It's just fun Aqua Force build, because I wasn't too big of an Aqua Force player until I saw Thavis and Tetra Burst. Well, of course, Tetra Burst came way first, and I blindly made this. It's still a ton of fun, but it's also kind of cheesy in its own way. +5 in a crit. But anyway, let's get on to the sleeves. So this is a Kantai collection, or Kankul Shimikaze Destroyer sleeve, and it is a character size, so it is technically standard. It's a character sleeve, and it has art, so you want to make sure that, of course, you don't want your art to wither away, and you don't want to put resin or anything like that onto the sides of your cards, because then those can harden. If you ever break your sleeves or shuffle them too rough, they'll crack your sleeve right open. Then you have your single sleeve here, and of course the card. So this is a triple sleeve deck technically, and the reason as to why, let me take this off, this is a slight issue is because not many locals especially allow you to play triple sleeve decks, especially in things such as ARG and regional tournaments and all that stuff. So if you're playing for fun, you can definitely play triple sleeve. I do in both cases. In almost all cases I try, but to no avail. Triple sleeve is just illegal for some reason, and I'm sure there's a good reason why, but I don't really care too much for it. So of course you start off with your card, and now the first layer, it can be any layer you want actually, especially if it's not clear. If you don't have or cannot find clear sleeves, which is not too hard, you can use colored sleeves, whether it be Ultra Pro, but I don't really care for the little symbol there, or if you have a ton of player's choice. But of course, if you have clear sleeves, it's most recommended, because then you won't have any other colors in the background of your chrome sleeve, so it won't really distract you and won't be much of an eyesore. So the sleeves that I use these Broccoli brand sleeves. They're extremely thin, and they fit pretty well on the card, nice and tight like this. This one is actually split, because before I got these sleeves, I would just shuffle with these Broccoli sleeves. Really bad idea, because they're meant for sleeving. And one of these split right midway, so I really had to sleeve these as soon as these sleeves came in. And the Broccoli sleeves, just fit right into the standard size card. it fits wonderfully and it feels really, really good. It still bends pretty loosely as if there's just one card in your standard size sleeve, but that feeling, it's not, well, you get the feeling, but the card really is in another sleeve, so it protects it really well. Prevents it from shaking also in the middle of the card, so it doesn't just lean off to one side. It's always going to be in the middle. And finally, for my character size sleeve, the size sleeves that do go over your standard sleeves, this is a KMC brand. It's a silver. It has a silver border, as you can see. Some sort of nice Celtic pattern, I guess. I'm not sure. It looks a little floral on the edges. This is the type of character sleeve that I use. Just put this right over your card, and bam! Now you can shuffle as much as you want. Your other card sleeves art won't start tearing off from its sleeve. You won't damage any of the corners and whatnot. You won't scratch it, and it looks good. You know, you still have the nice little designs all over the side of your card, and that's pretty much it. It's really good for looks, good for protecting your cards, and it still makes your card really, really nice and thin. So when you put your deck all together, it isn't necessarily too thick. Now, it can be pretty thick, depending on how many card deck you play. Of course, in Vanguard, this is 50, and this is what the video is for on this channel. And it isn't too big a deal. To those who can't buy the broccoli sleeves, those will have to be online, unless you're somewhere in the west, east, and you're in like Singapore or Korea or Japan. And you can always get Player's Choice sleeves here in the Americans and the USA, but the only thing is that Player's Choice sleeves are extremely thick, and they're just almost as thick as Ultra Pro sleeves. And when you sleeve your deck, it'll become extremely thick because you're already adding the first layer, and that's already thick as it is. And then you add your character or your standard sleeve with the art. And that'll be a pretty moderate size. Then you add on your third layer of sleeves, so your deck would stand at extremely wide and tall. So the deck would not be this thin; it'd be a bit thicker. And that's technically what I use for the sleeves. Another example is let me just grab Perditions here. In my Perditions, beautiful Legion Rare. This is actually quadruple sleeved. There's 4 sleeves, and the reason as to why is because, you know, of course, there's that Legion Rare you have to protect. But this deck I just made just for fun, and I sleeved it literally just for fun. I'd never play this competitively because I'm not a great Kagero player at heart. I love the cards. I love the art. I started one of my very first completed decks with Kagero, but then I really got out of it. And the reason as to why I do this is because, of course, you know, the Legion Rare foil, you want to protect it and whatnot. So I put in a Player's Choice card, which is, like I said, moderately thick. And then you put it into your character card sleeve. This card sleeve is actually pretty thin, and it's very flexible. It's very easy to tear and rip apart if you pull at it too much. So, of course, you'd want to protect this card. So in goes the KMC sleeve, and then it's done. But, you know, just because it's fun, I got these Diamondback sleeves at my local card shop, and I put these in there. But I put out the air bubbles. But as you can see, with just like what is it, like 6 or 7 cards, it already stands pretty well in your hand. Like, it already takes up a good amount of space, as apart from a 50 card deck. It says 50 cards, and this is only about 6 or like 7 or 8. That stands pretty tall against that, being quadruple sleeved. You can't play quadruple sleeved or triple sleeved, of course, unless you just play for fun. But yeah, other than that, those are my tips and the brands of sleeves that I just wanted to give to you guys. They aren't too expensive, especially on eBay. You can get KMC character size sleeves for like at least $4 or $5 from where I get mine. Your character sleeves, or I mean, like the character, the design sleeves with the art. It really depends on which ones you have. Whether they're cheap or not, it really doesn't matter. You just need to find the appropriate character size sleeve for this, and I recommend KMC or Broccoli. Broccoli, you can also get them without the whole design, so it's just plain front and back. Then there are ProMat character size sleeves. So if you like the ability to wear off the glare and have some nice background texture to the card, then you totally can. But then it kind of wears off the picture in the back, and you can't put it in the front because it'll be illegal. You know, you're kind of blurring out the front of your card. So I don't recommend you do that unless you have some sort of unless you're like double sleeving a deck. Then that works pretty nice. And of course, your first layer of sleeves, it can be a player's choice if you cannot get broccoli sleeves and other brands of sleeves that are used for triple sleeving decks, which you can find under in eBay. You know, just look up sleeves that are for triple sleeve decks. You can find them for what, 100 from 80 to 100 count for $5-6 per pack with free shipping, depending on who you look at. And the person I get my sleeves from, they don't charge any shipping. It's $5 per pack of 100 sleeves, and this is what I used for all my decks. I only had to get like 3, maybe 4 of them. I have like 50, 60 extra, and that's what I sleeve all my decks in. I really hope this video helps you guys. By the way, there is going to be an updated deck profile on this Tetraburst, since there was Blue Storm Legion support. And I thought, you know, since this is a fun deck, I could probably use this on a Fallback Friday video, because this came out last year, and it's still a lot of fun to play. It's just it's moderately weak in many points, and because this deck is so Legion dependent, I really don't play this deck too much because I prefer striding over Legions most of the time. But anyways, guys, this is my video and tutorial to how to sleeve your cards and what brands I recommend and what you choose. If you guys cannot get these brands, you know, you're free to substitute with whatever you can, whatever you want. It's all free. It's player's preference. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, again, Happy New Year to you all, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day. This is Leonhard out. Peace.